Working as intended.
This guy's so weird. Wee. Alright, here we go again. I've actually leveled everybody up to level my class is up to level 30. So we can start advancing the classes. Alright, where shall we go first? Guess we're going to Limsa. That's first on the list. Guess we'll go as Marauder first. Do our class quest with our, well, I guess not really big fucking axe. Lalafell sized axe. Level 25 quests. Axe Master. Weird Zone wishes to set you for a trial that will hone your strength and skill to ever greater heights. Sure, our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was beyond what I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Sulkwib awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. Gonna ask them a question. Alright, sulking weeb. What do you got for me? You've heard from my brother and the pride of the guild, My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But from what I've witnessed, if any marauder has a skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? Let us be about this trial. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lenosha, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you're likely to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. I can't heal myself very much yet. Bleeder of the pack. Ridden all the way to the west end. Not sure if it really matters if we're in upper or lower area. Of course there's an instance. Alright, sulking weeb, let's do this. Do you sense that nurturing aura of violence? Sure, we can do this. Let's go kill some stuff. Whoa, you guys are weak. It's like, yeah, that's it, you're done. Really, compared to what we faced before, though, it wasn't terribly... Hello. We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, let us test the edge of your steel. Not a good disguise. Defeat the masked marauders. Why do you start way over there? I don't even need this. Able-bodied ambusher? Really? Tossing a tomahawk did like half that guy's health? Is someone familiar? He doesn't seem that strong though. He wasn't really that strong. My news have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Alright. Beat him up! Defeat the familiar marauder! Deal damage! You don't have a lot of hit points. I mean, I think I'm winning this hit point battle. Let's see what you're truly made of. Yeah, well, I just stunned you. Really, was that it? That wasn't that hard. Tired. Run! Bye, guys. What do you honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? I'm confident my brother's act was not born of malice. Rather, he hoped by concealing his identity the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Alright, just pretend. I wonder if I should have picked up the other quests as well. From other classes. Now let's just finish off all the axe swinging. And then move on to stabbies. Limsa is always a load fest. Alright, all done. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you one and all as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Alright, I'm gonna bury my blade in his skull. Level 30. Thrill of battle. Urgent news for me. Kujata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature to the northeast of the Red Rooster's stead in the vicinity of the Grey Fleet. There's little more for me to say about this. Harness all the strength you have built through your labors of sweat and blood and unleash it full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sigurd yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I say you go to the lad before the battle and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. Alright, may your axe strike deep and true. They need a aetheryte closer to the northeast of that part. Instead, I'm just gonna go to the mist. And I'll just leave through here. Hey kid, it's revenge time. How was Sig Soft? I'm sorry for making trouble. It's fine, you're also taller than I am. It's my own fault for not believing in you. But we came back anyway, and now you're gonna take that axe to Kujata's head, ain't you? I know you can beat that bastard. Language, kid. Alright, where are you guys at? Oh, you're right here. Alright, guys. Maybe I'm sticking my nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing the monster solo. Kuja's got his friends, so it's only fair that you got a couple too. And what are friends for, if not to lighten your load? I already did some of the groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his may have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. If we follow the trail of destruction, it might just lead us to the big bugger himself. You can help out too, weeb? I heard Kujata had reared his ugly head again and reckoned you'd not be too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I wouldn't see this tale to its end. He felt much the same, so here we are, a pack of two to offset the ravenous beasts that follow in Kujata's wake. Let's go kill it. Should be an instance, right? Of course, it's the end of this quest line. It should be an instance. Are we just killing the followers? Lavender pot. And a pot that appears to be dragged from the farmer's wain. Interacting. Oh, we're finding the trail. That's what it is. You're not very strong. Looking for the next pot. Fruit barrel. Plain strider. Chocobo, you're not supposed to stand in that shit. Splintered crate. More monsters. These guys are hard to kill at all. Where's this? Oh, there he is. Do people actually die on these quests? Like, I feel like this one's pretty trivial. Hey, look, we found it. Trail complete. What's this thing? 33? 34. I'm at level 30, it's fine. We're going right into combat. Good, we get a cutscene. I was supposed to say it'd be boring if we didn't get an actual cutscene. Angry Bull. I'm gonna fuck you up. Hi, friends. I have to deal with a lot of bull. It's like smallest versus tallest. How about your friends? Did I beat up all your friends on the way? You should have more friends, right? Send the beast to the abyss. How about criticals? Oh, critical! Where'd all your friends go? Man, you're getting fucked up. You got those ads? You okay back there? I can just take care of this guy? No wonder his victims are so hard to heal. He's literally not doing anything to me. That's right, get fucked. That's it? Did it. Easy. Victory music? Do 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 do. I win. Revenge complete. The Axemaster carried me here so I could see. Yep. This Lalafell beat the shit out of the gigantic monster. He's finally dead. You're gonna be an Axemaster when you grow up? Determination? If you train hard, then not as above your reach, young man. Encouragement? This kid now, but in a few more years, he's probably gonna be buff as fuck. Did it. I win. Any words of encouragement from me? Oh, lots of talking to do. Alright, from someone that we met, you could rise to meet any challenge. Bye. Everybody encouraging me. It is done. You have answered the boys' prayers and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high. I'll be waiting for your triumphant return. Bye. How about you? You saw with my own eyes and I can scarce still believe it. You brought down the mountain. What, like Gregor Clegane? And back to Limsa. I have returned. All done the marauder quests. Final one complete. Never have seen a marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of her discipline. In recognition of achievements, I pass on to you our guild's finest technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for your ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft of which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Till then, may your axe ever swing true. Alright. Money. Do you go right into another quest? New skill. This one time at level 30? Alright, next one. Pride and duty will take you from the mountain. Needs an adventurer he can trust. You can trust me. It's plain as day that you have no equal in our guild, and I have a task that will I entrust to no ordinary marauder. I just received a message from an old comrade in arms of mine who now serves as a guardsman in Costa del Sol. It would seem the fighting has grown fierce in those parts, and he finds himself in dire need of reinforcements. Mind you, this man is no white-livered whelp. He can wield an axe with the best of them, as evidenced by Master Gigaruju's paying good coin for the services of he and his men. No, any enemy who could fluster that bunch is not one to be trifled with. I've sent the Weebon ahead to tend to the wounded. Seek her out upon your arrival, and she'll apprise you of the situation at hand. Have you even been there? Okay, yeah, I have been to Costa del Sol. I was supposed to say, we haven't traveled there in our main story yet, so... Level 30 quests. Hi, Weeb. How's it going? Have a sight for sores. A nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area as late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight. Why, even the best men that Master Gegaruju could buy finds themselves no match for the creatures. Wonders of the beasts have been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I was sent you there to investigate the cause behind their burgeoning numbers. Alright. Fell demon. Hello. I guess I'm doing another instance immediately. Alright, what do I gotta beat up here? Hello, dude with a big fucking axe. Nice axe. Oh, that doesn't look good. You need a thrashing? Oh, turtles! That doesn't look good. Bye! We must see to these beasts. Alright. Turtle beating time. with boss music. Boss turtles. Come here. Immediate circle? That's rude. God damn it. Can you guys not? Alright, much better. Well, okay, you guys are kind of weak. More turtles? More turtles! You can immediately circle. Oh, I need these guys for a hunt. Bonus experience. That's convenient. Did I win? There's no end to them. Prepare to fall back. Oh, get fucked. You hope just try not to end up as Turtle Grub. More fighting. More boss music. More turtle power. Why does it start me way over here? And can you not just stand in that stuff? Stop doing so much damage. AoE win. How are you doing over here? Oh, you're still fighting. Whoa, lots more enemies. And come here. You're being annoying. I was like, I'm gonna gather them up and then do my crit all the time move and just lay waste, but then I thought, well, just hitting them a couple times just about killed them all anyways. Stun! Oh, it's critical time. Damage! How much damage does this do? I'll stand in it too. It doesn't even hit that hard! Did I win, finally? Yes, finally won. Alright, Curious Gorge. And this should send them scuttling back to their nest. You can call me Curious Gorge. One remark about the name and I'll rip your ugly heads from your shoulders and suck the marrow out of your twitching spines. You two are guards from Costa del Sol, I reckon? You're from the Marauders Guild. I'm the Weeb. And this is another strong marauder. Well, blow me down and call me a bogey. Had you told me sooner, I've introduced myself with proper respect. We've only just met, but I see in you a strength not found in ordinary women. What say you unleash the beast within and become a warrior with me? Are you ready to unleash the beast? Brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to the sands of time. Perhaps in these parts, but where I come from, the way of the warrior is alive and well. Like what, like the video, like a fighting game? My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. Yet our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and this is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you, Monica? If you would walk the path of the war with me, seek me out at Hidden Falls. Okay. I'll become a warrior. I'm okay with this. Alright, you heading back, Weeb? The warriors of old. We have all heard the tales, but never once did I dream that I would meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago it said that there was a young marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows, theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might that be this Curious Gorge? I cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there can be no denying the display of strength we saw today, nor that he has taken a liking to you. This could be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls with it? Right in your boots, I would head off there without delay. Is he a Gorge or a George? Like, I'm pretty sure it's just Curious George. Like, the monkey? Past level 33 enemies. Sup, George? I knew you would come. Let us begin. Any woman can take up an axe and call herself a rider, but to become a true warrior, she can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. When you battled with the turtles, I must say that I was impressed. You have proven yourself far more worthy of this than I could have imagined. In your hands lies the soul of the warrior, crystal within which the deeds of 1,000 warriors from history are recorded. For countless generations, the soul has been passed on to those in my tribe who chose the path of the warrior to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the runes will resonate, further empowering your will and granting you such strength as you never thought possible. Today there is cause for celebration, my friend, for through you I have ensured that my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet however earnestly I pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I saw myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountains before my training was complete. And while I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the text. Yet there may still be hope, for there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teachings of the tribe, and can read the tome, my brother. Without him, I fear there is little more I can teach you at this time, but that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the Chronicles, nor shake my belief that further secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Until then, I ask that you use knowledge I've passed on to you and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that you may endure the strain of further future burdens. Good luck, my friend. The next warrior quest is available at 35. Hooray! I'm now a warrior and I gain a level. Do I gain superpowers? Warrior unlocked. Never play as a marauder again. Warrior. Okay, good. I'll say it's like doesn't make me make a new gear set, does it? If it did, that'd be silly. Alright, well, back to Limsa, because now we gotta do some summoner things. Alright, switch to Arcanist. Summon my Carby. It's like, how's your carb intake? Level 30 quest. Alright, learn Ruin Mastery, Ruin 2. Get an engraved goatskin grimoire, which is worse than my engraved goatskin grimoire. Alright, the Guildmaster has instructions for you from the Foreseer. I've been expecting you, Monica, as ever. Her predictions prove accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the coming up. The Yellow Jackets have contacted us with word of Doesmaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumor has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It'll be some time before he returns once more to Limsa. If we pass up this opportunity, Claudia will lose her chance to settle the score, and we risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into depression. Simply getting close enough will prove difficult. We've already formulated a solution, though. We have a grand strategy. First task in the undertaking is to travel to Costelso and deliver this set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Rilzern. More instructions will be forthcoming. It's like, dang, I was just here. And to the north we go. Fishing! Hello, I'm here to do stuff. Here is a list. I'm expecting ya. Alright, delivery. Probably have to travel along here. It's like, which NPCs are up and which ones are down? Opilona. Oompa Loompa? Mr. Gegaruju is expecting his supper any moment now. Yeah, well, here, have fresh herring. Why the master does enjoy a bite of broiled fish of an evening. This might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. Well, you earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your Arcanist colleague was quite insistent that you take the pie to Master Gegaruju rather than scoff it down yourself. Hello, rich Lala. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear madam? Heavenly Roma, are you perchance carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of ponderous, well, I was speaking of it at least, I have a hefty purse of gil to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. Well, here you go. Lalafell is all part of the plan. I've been instructed by Melvin's Gate Assessor to hand over the message to whoever delivers an eel pie to Master Gegaruju. Really? It's like this complex? Just to get a message? Take the purse you see from Master Gegaruju and hand it to the dancer Ealdgith as she prepares to return home. Alright. Why is this so complex? Also, I see you have a quest, but I'm not going to do it yet. Hello! First year coin. I have 3 children to feed and no time to waste on idle chat. Well, here's a heavy purse. That is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. Such a simple job as well. I was told to expect you to see in return for the coin I am to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Pikoti friend and the pareo is from me. That last item you are to deliver to Drogo. Cal Drogo? The warehouse foreman. Why am I just running around? Claudia's just like, we're gonna make this as MMO-ish as possible. Alright, Cal Drogo, what have you got here? I ain't got time for the likes of you. If you don't get my work squared away soon, the master will have my head in the pike. You got something for me? Yes, I have this thing. So somebody bring me a gift that I couldn't refuse and stick me with a pitchfork if she weren't telling the God's own truth. You're supposed to have this bottle of wine. Take it to the Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors who were drinking there. That's what she told me to tell you. Any road I'd watch my back if I was you. And them sailors, meanest bunch of cutthroat I ever see. What is this plan? Hursk Scrat. Here you go, you want me to taste your wine? I ain't want to pass up free grog. That's a bloody fine drop. If we ship this stuff to the east, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back to the Morning Star. The captain will want to have a word with you. Sure. Plan worked. There's a good lass. As for you, Miss Nancy, stick close to old Hursk Scrat. It gets damn cold on them long sea voyages. That look, though. Why, hello there. So you're a dancer now. Changed your class. Over to the end of this dock. Gigantic arrow. It's instant time. You ready? Will be off as soon as the boat's loaded. Alright, let's do this. Fighting time. It's like dancers aren't supposed to summon Carbies. Infiltration complete. Bad things happening. To find grog and a fine woman. The captain will be pleased with this haul. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. Was it, though? I'll take the satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. What mischief are you two about? I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be dancing yourself warm once we get you on the ship, lass. We're gonna cause trouble on the ship. We're gonna destroy your everything. Hi, guys. Better slip off that ratty robe before we meet the captain. Boot! Sudden change in clothes. The bitch Admiral's lapdog. I laugh if she just gave him the middle finger. This is how she'll be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Magic. Enough of this damn yapping. By the time I'm done with you, remember who your real master is. Alright, shall we kick some ass? Outburst! Oh, a lot of enemies. We'll get out of the way of that. I'm pulling all the aggro. AoEs. AoE. AoE. Lots of AoEs. Explosions. Ow, that hurts. And thanks for the heal. Right, did I take care of everyone? Still boss man to take care of? You rabid little cur. Our numbers matter not. It is strategy that will win this battle. With your defeat, will I cast off the shackles you closed on my soul? You think so, eh? Think your fancy magic's match for my blade? Got another thing coming. Kill the little dudes first. Oh, this guy doesn't have a lot of hit points. Like, he's getting torn apart pretty bad. He doesn't even have any friends left. Is that all? Is that all you're gonna do? Like, was that really all? That's it? Weak. I had a harder time in the previous fight with all the extra mobs. And just randomly pressing buttons. Now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Obvious. Next comes attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling my strings, do you? Think I'll dance to your tune? Well, I ain't falling for your bloody tricks. Whee! It is at this moment he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon in my explicit instructions. Hi guys! Where do you think you're going? You were a fool to return. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. He's like, ah, shit. and I win again. I'm getting so much good stuff done in the world. That's right. Go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect 200 GIL. This concludes today's lecture. Strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which is that my tactics here require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand where my calculations went awry. It is not enough to wish to shape reality. One must have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guildmaster. Bye. I mean, she's a dancer, right? Didn't the guildmaster like dancing? Pray convey to the second in command my fondest wishes and my appreciation for all that she has done for me. The true test of my strategies now begins. And off into the sunset, or sunrise. Does it actually take the time of day? Yeah, okay, it's midnight. It's like it's not sunrise. Back to the guild we go. So we get to go and learn to do stronger carby stuff. We're back. We have the statue you received during your assignment. And the leather statue you received during your assignment. Sure, here you go. All done. The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now let us speak of Cly. I'm glad to know that she has finally freed herself to pursue her heart's desire, and eager to thank for awakening the Forseer to her self-imposed fetters. The brilliance of Cly's strategies served to blind her of her own feelings, and it pained me to see her suffer so. Her example may even encourage Cly to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessive arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they will develop. It may very well be that your actions in bringing them together will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention in the art of Arcanima. You too should look to the improvement of your discipline if you are to keep pace with all that is certain to follow. To then I offer you a new technique, one I pray allows you to more readily drive back your foes on the battlefield. Hooray, skills. I'll take some money. Superpower! Hooray! Ruin 2. Alright, and then next quest. Okay, news of a task which might interest you. Sure, this interests me. As well, you have comfort. We have an intriguing matter to discuss. Request has come to our guild from the Sons of Saint Coinach, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eorzea, and they have asked for you by name. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an arcanist, especially one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. Though I must admit to some curiosity as to how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits, I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer their request, then you will find their contact a researcher by the name of Ymitra at Apkalu Falls in Gridania. Going all the way to Gridania? Well, why don't I go and pick up the Rouge quest first? So I can win against that cocky Lalafell. Let me in, please. Yes, the Rogues Guild. Alright, competition. Level 25. Discuss the plan for recovering the remaining treasures. We have a rough job ahead of us, that's a fact. Matters are tangled enough with that Milala Mort snapping at our heels, but we still managed to growle that first drink without too much fuss. Biting back the other two treasures, though, it'll be a different story. Once the stray gets here, I'll explain what, or more to the point, who we're up against. Alright, what kind of trouble is Jackoff dealing with now? Two bubbles left on the list: the Silver Sorrows and the Black Sarcophagus. Let's see where we're at. Where's our Lala friend? He's still looking to whittle the tail behind that bleeding sarcophagus. I'll not be cloying that stickler until we at least an inkling as to what the bloody thing looks like. Doing some digging of my own, these execution hours of the Grinning Curs, and I'm afraid the name weren't no coincidence. You've heard of the bloody executioners, I hope. It seems that them Curs was feeding from the fable of one of the nation's greatest pirate powers. This ain't an ordinary crew of cutthroats. Bloody executioners wield a power and influence second only to the Admiral herself. There was none too fond of the Weeb or her prohibition on piracy, and it was only the overwhelming threat posed by the Garland Empire that eventually convinced them to play nice with the Lasacracy. Pirates ain't ones to play nice for long. Now that Hilfir ain't around to helm the ship, the solidarity of the bloody executioner has begun to show cracks. All the strongest captains and lieutenants have begun to form their own factions, scrambling to claim the top chair for themselves. Of course, not one in Bloody Cove can agree with another on what the way the executioners ought to sail. Among these new factions, though, as a group was pushing to break free of the Admiral's grip completely, turns out these reformists, as they call themselves, are the ones that took the Grinning Curs under their wing. Which means they've got possession of the last two treasures we've yet to cloy. Rumors around town say that, even for executioners, these are bloody and ruthless and not to be crossed. We'll sneaky slit their throats. We should sit this one out. Piss on Malala's contest, it ain't worth this kind of grief. We'd be inviting the wrath of a crew so large and dangerous that even the Admiral ain't keen on coming to blows with them if they ever came after us. Now we'll fight. They broke the code. And when you break the code, we break you. They're paying for their crime, but we'd be poor sonics for rogues if we let the real culprits carry on unpunished. I'm going to see this job to the end, and that means biting back them treasures and handing out proper justice. Don't complain. With all the infighting going on in the present, stabbing a short blade into one faction still ain't like to bring the whole executioner crew down on our heads. Besides, them reformist buggers are so far split from the main mob that they've been avoiding the city altogether. It's about time we get to work. Track down our black market contact. I sent him to look into the courier's new allies a while back, so he should have some answers for us by now. The veil is lifted by us suddenly this morning. That'll put the old man at his haunt in Lower Lenosha. Here, take this sack of blunt and pay a visit to the House of Sticks. Presents. That's Kobold territory. The old man bribes them with ore, hires the biggest and meanest sod as bodyguards. Just be ready for your approach to be challenged. I want to just sneak past them. Alright. Back to sneaky things. Are we all the way up there? Alright, to Lower Lenosha. This time we won't go from Mist. We'll take a bit of a drive. All the way to the north end. It's Kobold territory, but they're level 9. Hello, black market here. These guys are very strong. There, I killed your dudes. A handy blade for each hand. Welcome to the House of Sticks, young rogue. You must excuse my hireling's enthusiasm for greeting visitors. Now, have you any cumbersome baggage of which I might relieve you before we begin our conversation in earnest? Yes, here's some coins. Count them out. Heavy burden for one of your tender years to bear, but its weight has balanced the scales. The sum is paid, the deal is made. Let us speak of these reformists. This faction that so wronged the code now seeks to peddle one of its stolen treasures, the earrings better known as the Silver Sorrows. The deal is set to take place at Costo, so the buyer, a money merchant from the Golden Sands of Olda. The earrings will be out in the open, vulnerable. I would target the moment of transaction where I so inclined, as a gentleman up there by the but the cabin appears to be if we purchase this self-same information. Though he attempts to disguise identity, the stench of a soldier yet lingers. I know not where one such as he came to learn of my existence, but I suspect he works for a certain yellow-coated captain. Brave she is, but foolish. Stumble blindly into the underworld, and your groping hands will not save you from the holes at your feet. Sudden shall be her fall. That sounds ominous. Yeah, you have to go all the way back to Jack. I forgot that. It feels like the Rogue's questline has like more cutscenes and more running around than the other ones. I'm back. Good job in gatekeeping. Alright, I have some info. Welcome back. What information did the old man have inform us? Looking to unload mirrors. And to an Alden no less. Can't say I'm surprised to hear the buyers from out of town. You won't find many limits as willing to melt coin on them coves and selling. Only the daftest of sods would go about funding them as means to pull down the admiral. One of Mila's lackeys arrived at the house before you? How did they know? Them curs we captured must have cackled during the shrew's interrogations. I'll just assume the Yellow Jackets know what we know, and that means we best get our asses to Costello right bleeding now. I'll handle this one. You and Monica can wait here for Perimu. Alright. What in the hell is she playing at? After her last, she knows this ain't a solo job. Why are you here alone? I told you to wait at the guild. I don't need... Well, it might be as I could use an extra more in the shadows after all. Jack has a mind set on punishing the execution of me. I just want to skulk and claim silver bits and skulk out. I reckon that I could manage with that with no one the wiser. Then they wouldn't know who to come after. Finish the job without drawing my daggers, you know? It ain't exactly true to the code, but the shield of underworld honor won't stop them bloody killers from cutting mate's throats and setting the sisters a glimmer. The guild's the only place that offered to take in a pirate stray like me, and I'll not see it burned to the ground. The deal's about to start. Say the word when say when you're about to head in. Oh, instance time. All right, here's what we know. The rich merchant come over from some old mate, a master Gegaruju, the call as owns Costa del Sol. Gegaruju's taken his guards and dancing dells and pranced off down the beach someplace, giving over the use of the entire resort to his friend. Seems she didn't want an audience for her bargain with the reformists, which as happens works out well for us. We'll wait until they're busy haggling over the price, then snatch the sorrels and hop the twig before they realize how to miss. Sound like a plan? Yeah, sounds like a plan. Let's do this. Sneaky time. Are we going to be able to be sneaky? There's going to be fighting. It never turns out the way we want it to. Looks like she was like doing a search and just looking at the rock. The players have arrived. The rumor's coin encounter and the Alden buyer setting up in the southeast platform. The earrings ought to be nearby. Hang about. And who are all those other calls? The place was meant to be empty. I see some nasty looking blokes in Alden garb, and are those mammoths? The merchants brought along a whole bloody entourage. I've gone and got ahead of myself. I should realize the job never be that easy. We'll have to mill a few of them bodyguards first. I reckon you don't want to fight through a forest of blades should get caught sneaking about up in them narrow walkways. Jack? Yep. Stow your excuses, love. I know full well what you were about. You start going soft in the stow and then it'll be like losing one of my arms. I can't take on the bloody executioners all by myself. It's only because I've got rogues like you and Underfoot and Monica here that the guild can take the jobs it does. When our coves walk the shadows, it's the bleeding pirates what do the trembling. Remember that. We ain't some 2 guild robbers. We're the knives in the dark men's, and no bastard wants to go blade to blade with the likes of us. Alright, let's stick them all with the pointy end. Happy music. We'll need all the stabbers you can get. Now let's carve a path to that platform and bite back from them earrings. You hide yourself down by the docks in case the marks escape during the fighting. Alright. So we're just going to go kick some ass? Or we're actually going to be sneaky? It's them puppets and I suggest you crash them little buggers before they can spring any rum fun. Creeper's close to you there, then give him a good solid club from behind. It ain't the most original side, but that don't make it any less lethal. Once you're done with the first group, slip back into the shadows and move on to the next. Alright, got it. Rogue stuff. I'll head over to the back while you start in from the front. Let's wrap this up before the jackets blunder in and scare off our marks. Bye! Defeat the bodyguards. Sneaky. I'm gonna sneaky kill you. I can't get to your back. Boop! Stun! Like, oh no, I lost like 50 hit points that entire fight. Alright, where am I going next? This next group? Hi, Mammoth. Boop! I'm not even using my defensives. Why would I when you guys are so easy to kill? Are you fighting over there? Where am I going to next? This fight, this group looks like it. That's right, kick some ass! Security Mammoth. Trick attacks back up. Fuck you! That one looks like a tank. I'll kill this one first. These guys using second wind. Hey, accountant! Sellsword Captain. He's still fighting? Yes. Captain's not doing a very good job, though. Bye, Captain. Did it. It's like you had one job, just kill that one. Alright, sneaky, sneaky. Rogues, no one mentioned about rogues. Lalafells. What else do you think you're doing? I'm conducting business transactions on behalf of the bloody executioners. Do you understand what that means? Do you know what they'll do to you? Yeah, I'm all frightened. Odd then that you're the one who's shaken. Don't much matter to me who you work for. Your bosses broke the code and we're here to collect. Those be the Silver Sorrows then. I'm sure you paid a caravan a coin for them shiny baubles, but I doubt they're worth your life. Let's have them then. You should know that this personage is an extremely influential member of the East Aldenar Trading Company. Surely you've heard of it. If the threat of reprisal will not stay your hand, then consider the political ramifications of interfering with a foreign dignitary. The Admiral will not desire you to damage Limsa's relations with Ulda. Exactly, I'm a very highly placed in Uldan society. I have powerful friends who would not be pleased were you to mistreat me in any fashion. And you must understand, the Silver Sorrows are a historical treasure, a gift once bestowed upon Sultana Nanasha Ulnasha by her champion. The earrings were later stolen from the royal vault, and we'd lost hope of ever recovering them. That I might so easily purchase them thus is a miracle. The return of these trinkets will be, that is to say, the sorrows must be returned to Ulda. Can you not look the other way for the sake of my nation's pride? You must think me some sort of dull-witted thug if this deal was being made on behalf of your country, then why are you sneaking about and consorting with pirates? An excellent point. One might doubt your quality of character were you to continue with these feeble fabrications. Bitch spotted. You need only trust those earrings to me, should you truly wish to see them return to Ulda, that is. After all, 'twas to fulfill that very purpose that the Lasacracy bid on the Sorrows in the first place. A bit late there, aren't you, Captain? I think we'll agree this round belongs to us. On the contrary, I made the winning move the moment I knew we were dealing with the Merchant of Ulda. I come bearing an official order of seizure authorized by the Admiral herself. You will not be harmed, but I must insist that you cooperate with this reclamation of unlawfully obtained goods. Though Costa del Sol is private property, it nevertheless lies within state-governed territory. Come on quietly and we not inconvenience Master Gegaruju any further. Sad Lalas. There's a lot of Lalas in this quest line. These steps will be taken to Yellow Jacket custody, and do not concern yourself with the Silver Sorrows. They'll be quite safe with me. Wipe that smirk off your face, bitch. Alright, all done. All done? I'm going back. Oh no, we get to speak with him right here. And another cutscene. You get a cutscene, and you get a cutscene. Bah, the hells, take that canary-colored harpy. You might as well have handed the things to her on a velvet cushion. I'll go find Underfoot and help him with his digging. There's still that last treasure in there, and you can be sure the reformers won't be given up without a fight. Hey, you do that. So when are you two getting married? You left before events had truly been decided, and I thought you deserved to know the score. The Elden Merchant the Elden Merchant requests to surrender the Silver Sorrows into our keeping. We've also apprehended the reformist accountant, and we'll be holding him for further questioning. Hooray! The Yellow Jackets don't flinch from your duty, I'll give you that. And what's this I hear about you buying information, Captain? I thought you'd sooner die than associate with elements of the underworld. I'll do what I must to stay ahead in this challenge, and that Marketeer's knowledge was vital to the case. 'Tis true I might find his practice distasteful, but he is no pirate. It is a fading era of piracy which I mean to consign to the history books, and that chapter will never be fully closed until every pirate-spawned relic, including you and your guild, becomes a thing of the past. Valiant and forthright, these are the words by which the Yellow Jackets live. It is the manner in which we protect Lominsa. I swear an oath on the graves of my sisters, no more shall the innocent suffer at the hands of these savage buccaneers, these unrepentant killers. And a grand oath it is. Me, I've got my family's full just keeping the code intact. But the code is a kind of oath too, when you get down to it. And since I've sworn to uphold it, I've no intention of stepping aside and letting you trample all over me and the coves. In fact, you'd be better off giving in now, before matters get proper serious. Just say you're sorry, and in defeat, and we'll leave that at that, eh? You're gonna make her mad again. I shall reclaim that last treasure, and then I will look on victorious as your guild is dismantled brick by brick. That's the spirit, Captain. Just don't forget to keep an eye on the mirror hangs. This is crawling as rogues, you know. You can keep the sorrows in a bloody lockbox in the coral tower, but look away from one, and one of Miko's will buy them beauties right back. Alright, now you're kind of sounding like a sore loser. Alright, back home. Back to the Rogues Guild. Off to do the level 30 quest. Alright, more stuff complete. After all the hard work, the shrew made off with the spoils. And as far as their damn contest goes, so to make us even, it'll be the last treasure, this black sarcophagus that declares the victor. And whatever the performance are doing to keep it, Bob, you can bet your grandmom's teeth that there'll be some blade work needed before this job is done. Get yourself ready for a proper scrap. Sure. I'll take some money, though. Alright, level 30 quest. Jack's rogues have new information on the final missing treasure. I was wondering when you'd show up. Bugger me if you don't look ready to mill an entire crew of sods by yourself. Alright. We finally uncovered some hard facts about the last treasure. It won't be long now before we clear the win in peace and put that daft challenge to bed. Alright, gather the other codes for a meeting, so let's get down to it. Yep, let's go do another cutscene. Alright, we have the whole crew this time. Yep, whole crew. And long bloody last, the Black Sarcophagus has given us the secrets underfoot. You have some news for us? I think half our troubles and when the truth of it lay in calling this nasty thing a treasure. It ain't no different, but it's the mark something Magitech mine. What's LI? A bleeding prototype explosive one that what was bitten from an Imperial transport vessel. And even though it ain't that big, maybe the size of a small cargo box, they say the blasts have enough kick to incinerate a bloody behemoth. Seems the Guardians meant to start producing them at the factory in Lenosha and sweep the mines through Castrum Marinum. Lucky some plucky privateer cloyed the prototype on route, huh? Experimental weapon, that explains why they want it so bad. At least now we know the what, but there's still the question of the where. The Kurds delivered their bitten goods to the reformers, that much is certain. What happened to the sarcophagus after that, though, we ain't so sure. There have been no reports of huge explosions or the like, so either the executioners still have the mine, or they've peddled to some other buyer. The reformers faction came together out of their shared hatred for the Emerald and her ways. I'm guessing they didn't deploy that bomb just to sell it. What is it, Lottie? A letter for you. What news? The old man I found him while I was sorting through our daily deliveries. Information. Come to Thalos. I have urgent news. That's it. We're only old man to summon a customer. No one's seen him at his usual hauntings for a while. So do you reckon this some remorseless dug up just for us? Could be. You mean Thalos underfoot? Vicab, you to take another stab at pinning down the location of the sarcophagus. Alright, off we go. Bye, guys. Alright, let's stabby. Yeah, the only Roman numerals I know, X is 10, and V is 5, and then C is 100. But what is L? L is 50. So LI should be 51. Thanks, Google. Take a journey past level 33 enemies. Level 34 enemies. We'll take that ferry skipper. Alright, where is that? Are you up above or down below? Aha. Bad things happening. Whoa. Bad things really did happen. And run around and murder. Murder. You okay, dude? Aiding. Poor guy. He's giggling. Wheelman scrags wrinkled throat bells ago. Oh no, that was the enemy giggling. Supposed to say, I made that. That was a mistake. You cross by execution, you get what you're coming to you. Did you like our message? We wasn't sure you'd fall for it, but a little mystery goes a long way, eh? I'm gonna stab you. Me and my mates didn't have much choice. When the boss says go play with the rogues, then we gotta go play with the rogues. After all, we never asked you to come ruin our game now, did we? And don't give me no long-winded speech about your precious code. The code's everything, asshole. Their form of vision stretches far beyond what them title rules is good for. Once Captain Isibir takes command of the executioners, that was back the teeth we lost when we submitted to the Admiral's leash. We'll be the terrors of the sea once more, free to rove and plunder in a new age of pirate glory. And I'll bathe in blood to see that age come to pass. I'll kick down your shit-stinking code and have your sneaky heads on a chopping block. Like hells you will. Hi. Ain't you a fine-looking lad? I've heard of all that. This peddle for free to pillage and plunder, is it? Aye, it all sounds grand, but you don't think of the price. That shit-stinking code is the only thing that keeps you bloody codes from milling one another. Without it, without limbs and limits to go home, you'd be adrift in an ocean of corons. And if you're so keen to keep company with the dead, I'll be sudden happy to oblige. He was pretty with your gob shut, but I can see I'm out of my depth. Run away? I'll lop off your noggins. I'll have to be satisfied with dragging the two of you out into the wilds. Keep you out of the way, haven't I? You know, obviously stubborn scrag is looking to swipe our new toy, and my job was to stall ya. Captain as the mind with... I'm right. What are you trying to say? He said to show the rest of the executioners that he's got the stones to sit in the leader's chair. And what better way to do it than executing the bitch that snapped the chains on our crew? He's targeting the Admiral herself. You're planning to blow up the commander, ain't ya? You have my permission to panic. Chris, you'd rather steer clear of the city. I'd be glad to help you company right. Glad to keep you company right here, sweet meat. All right. And they're gone. Oh no, here they are. Brother's mad more than mercy, but she seems to be enjoying herself. I'd better drag her back to the guild and see what information she'll spill. I'll need you back in limbs as well, but we've got business at the foremast first. You should find Captain Mila Ladder post there. Forget about the sudden challenge until everything we know. Unless my judgment's well off kilter, she'll do what needs to be done. Sudden friendship. Hey Jack, I think she likes you. All the way out here. Mark it for death. Whee! Ow. Hi, me Lala. Lala friend? Lala not friend. Oh, you're one of the rogues. Come to steal the sorrows, have you? You only shan't have it. As you can see, they're safely clasped upon my barrel. You're not here for the earrings? Bombs! Bombs are being done. You sure these fiends are in possession of the sarcophagus? I must deploy some sentries at once. Do not think this voids our challenge, rogue, and you can relay as much to your impudent guildmaster. I suppose you can thank him for the warning as well. Bomb things. Release multi-part level 30 quest. Well, I guess there was like one in the 20s that was multi-part as well, right? All the way back here. Alright, I delivered your message. So the jacket's on the move. Good, I've been listening to that Hello Pirate cackle since I got her back to the sisters, but she's given us not what we don't already know. And you know more than enough. I say we rally the rogues and go after the mine before it blows up. Alright. Disarming time. Cloying Victory. Alright, reclaim the black sarcophagus. The leader of the reformists is Captain Isibir is planning on milling the Admiral with a bang. And I guess he'll be aiming to demolish the entire command room. You know the mizzenmast, the tower that holds the drowning wench and bulwark hall. The Admiral's bridge and her command room are right at the top of it. And then you've got the district which surrounds the mizzenmast. That's the busy beating heart of the city. Even with the threat of an attack, you can't just seal it up in the blink of an eye and call the whole thing Bob. Try to explain the danger up to the calls that live and work there, and And then you'd have a frightened, stampeded mob on your fambles. My only option is to have eyes snitching every approach to the tower. I'll put the wit out as many coves as I can and spread them through the streets. Your job will be to cover the aft castle. Just wait and see, Monica. We'll get this assy beer and his little bomb too. And over to the aft castle to keep watch on things. Oh, instance time. Surveying. Looking around. Alright, time to get some victory. Time to cloy some victory. Must protect. Things don't look too bad yet. Also, Lalafell. Where's the baddie gonna be hiding? And drunk. The fog picked a grand night to roll in thick. This will make things interesting. Interesting or dangerous? Well, I guess extra hiding. Our presence on the streets is far too thin. Where are the reinforcements I ordered? My apologies, Captain. There just aren't any more soldiers to spare. The bulk of our force has already been assigned to guard not only the Admiral, but a number of other high-ranking personnel as well. Unacceptable! What could Commodore Raynor be thinking? There are dangerous criminals stalking the city as we speak. Call in squads from the outposts if you must, but I want to see our security tightened and the populace properly protected. Well, our heart's in the right spot. Captain, we can't be certain the pirates' plan hasn't changed. If we consider the possibility they've switched to a target outside the walls, it would be folly to weaken those defenses. You've made your point, Sergeant. Return to your post. He's just like, she's not intimidating at all. Once all is lost, it is far too late to question what one should have done. Hello. That seems like a not good person. You seem troubled, sir. Perhaps I can be of assist. Uh-oh. Hello? What's wrong with... Uh-oh. My gun. I've been dying to meet you, last eye. Keen to set eyes on the bold yellow belly that cost our crew a fortune in Alden coin. Smirking Lalafell. You're an executioner, one of Assy Beer's men. You strayed too far from a world and you don't understand, lass. Your eyes is fixed on the light of justice, leaving you blind to the chasm opening up at your feet. You gonna reach for your gun? Oh noes! At least they'll say you died with your boots on. She was kind of annoying, but she didn't deserve that. What's up, Assy Beer? Good, not long before we drag that bitch Admiral Pretty Tower and all her simpering crews down to the bottom of the sea. Then I'll raise our flag to the ruins of the mizzenmast and lead our brethren to return to the old ways of blood and plunder. Oh, poor Lala. Are you okay? Fucking drunk. You should not have had that last bottle. Bottle's the one who's gonna kill me. Oh, what's that? Ah, she's gonna make it. Not after the command room. They mean to bring down the entire tower. The mizmask falls, the bridges will follow, half the city will. Please help. It's alive. I didn't see nothing. Bye. Well, that's not much help. Someone must be told. That's okay, I'm here. You're gonna have to trust us. Your valiant and forthright weapon. You could hear that single pistol shot from miles away. It's hard to guess what happened. I poke the yellow jackets on my way over. A healer will be along shortly. There's only one last thing to do. Save the city! Stop them! Save the city! You don't need to ask. Taking down mad kills and bite him back is what was bitten is our job. Alright, let's go save the city. Let's go kick some ass. Some assy beer. Let's avenge our Lala friend. And she's like, don't kill me off that quickly. Alright, beat up some assy beer. With friends. They don't have an AoE yet. Screw you! Kill all the enemies. What are you hiding up here? Backstab. Well, that's a lot of guys. And they're all linked together. Alright. No AoE, let's do this. Whoa, I feel like you guys are stronger than I am. No, none of your shit. Backstab. Let's go, friends. Take on all the enemies. There's Assy Beer. Bad Wind. Assy Beer, Bad Wind. They use Flash. Blast from the past. Smash Dimdators. Okay. I'm busy killing enemies, though. There's a detonator. Got it. Where are the other ones at? Do I really have 20 minutes to find them? Found a second one. Mug it. Stun, bitch. Alright, where's this last one? All I hear is the sound of combat. Last one's way the fuck over here. Stun the detonator. Never mind. I just have to win. Lights out. It's all disabled. Now murder. Ow. You guys can't kill this one? Having some trouble there? Backstab. That's right, kill the assy beer. I could have been a king among pirates. We win! We did it! And the city is safe once again. Mela Captain, you okay? Lala Captain's okay. The mine has been disabled and the engineers should soon have it safely removed. Our soldiers sustained some injuries in the battle with their reformers, but none were fatal. Also, the Admiral sends her sincerest gratitude. Captain Mila, the hero of Limsa Laminsa. Lala Fuens. Weird how you nearly lost your life stopping that horde of pirates from blowing up the mizzenmast. 3 cheers for the Yellow Jackets. Our city we lost without ya. But wait, that's not how it... It's like Jack doesn't want glory. All we found near the Stockwalkers were reformists, either dead or strung from the rafters. Alive then. 'Twould seem we are deeply in their debt. Oh, now she likes us. Not have the silver saucer now. We've been ordered to hand them over to the Commodore along with the black sarcophagus. They're right. Oh. Guess what? He wouldn't have. He stole them from me while I lay dying. Keep an eye on them indeed. I should have known. That's right. You got trick attacked. We watching from a distance? Yep. Sure about this, Jack? We should have closed this sarcophagus as well. Nah, it's still 2-1 we win. I think it's doing it, don't you? If it bothers you that much, think of it as a trade. If you ask me, they look a bit daft. Well, I didn't ask ya. So Jack has ended up with the mine, and we got the diamond and the earrings, which means victory belongs to us. Do you think Mila will leave it at that? I get the feeling we ain't done with her yet. I'd say we're done with her challenge, but you never know when we'll pass across again. We'll just have to see the limbs of the underbelly spits up next. The city ain't ever quiet for long. Well, it's been a pleasure working with you. If you ever need a trusty pair of stabbers, I'll know who to ask. Bye, bloody starving. Don't forget to Neophil a bite when you can. And Jack didn't eat your dinner this time? Alright, and we'll head back too. City's safe. Now I want to be a ninja. Good work. Be seeing ya. Whoa. Hide ability. Alright, city's safe. We did it. Head on back to the Rouge's Guild. I'm back. Another cutscene. So many cutscenes in this quest line. Happy music. Nice to finally have a bit of rest day. The job never ends, but even a dimmer dammer like myself needs to breathe every now and again. Venturing mates must be wondering where you've got to. That was a proper long assignment, but I'm glad you decided to see it through. You proved to be a stellar protector of the code, even if this ain't truly your world. When you walk back into the Lightmans, we'll have to find your own code to uphold. And when you do, you have the skills you learned in the shadows to help you defend it. You know, that's more enough prattle out of me. Your travels might take you far and wide, but know you're always welcome here at the Sisters. Hooray, monies! All done with the rogues. New quest. Peasants by day, ninjas by night. Jack has just a job for a dimmer more like yourself. I'm gonna acquire some 10. Keeping your stabbers sharpened, I hope. It's got a job to be done. I reckon the dimmer dammer what put the executioners on the chopping block is just the one to do the doing. My men are sighted some shifty types around Wineport late. Not code-breaking curs as far as I know, and that's the rub. We don't know half as much about them as I'd like. They claim to be simple peasants, refugees from some far-flung realm, but I don't know many peasants that skulk around in the darkness as much as they've been doing. So long as they're not breaking the code, they can do as they please, but being who we are, it falls on us to look into the matter and make sure that all's Bob. As my gut tells me, this may be a 2-rogue job. We sent Underfoot on ahead, so pull on your best beater cases, head to Wineport and meet him there. Can't warp there yet. It's like I haven't progressed far enough in the story yet. Well, there's some mining nodes around here that I still haven't gotten. Yep, discoveries. There. Discovered them. Also some botanist nodes to the west here too, right? I'm already level 40. Discoveries. More discoveries. And a level up. And materia. I remember when extracting materia used to completely destroy the gear. Alright, let's go take this ferry. Take me to the other side, please. I have to attune to an aetherite. Aren't there botany nodes here, too? This should be mahogany, right? Rich mahogany. And acorns. And almonds. Which I seem to fail at getting. Hooray, log completion. Game, please. And then down here is even more stuff. Down this gully. I'm coming for this cabin anyways for ninja stuff. Then again, I might as well reveal this stuff. Hooray stuff. Anyways, rogue things. What's going on here? When Jack said he'd be seeing one of the guild's canniest morts along with him, I had a feeling it might be you. I'd love to tell you Underfoot's already whittled the whole scrap on our friends, but truth is I've turned up more questions than answers. They claim to hail from the South Sea Isles, but my little birds at Maelvan's Gate swear to the last man that that's some piss-poor mummery. There's no record of any such ship sailing into port. Looks like it falls to you and me to take a closer snilch, huh? I hope you brought your sharpest stabbers and there's no telling who we're... What's up? Did you hear that? Either old Underfoot's gone daft or some more just screamed out for dear life. Someone tells me our little task is about to take a turn for the interesting. We'll say we go see what's what. Up or down? Oh, over here. And queer maid. Hello. What's the problem? Oh. Have mercy, I'm but a simple milkmaid with not a single guilt to my lies? Rest easy, lass, my friend, and I don't mean you harm. Though I must say you've got me curious. Just what in the name of 12 happened here? Murder. I just come to town to purchase some supplies, and as soon as I walked through the gates, suddenly accosted by three burly drunkards who demanded that I hand over all my possessions. To my good fortune, it seems the men had partaken a bit too heavily. When they saw the meager contents of my corpus, they began to squabble amongst themselves. A fistfight ensued, and before I knew it, the three men were lying on the ground as you see them now. I want you just to be a bit more careful on your next visit. All manner of scurvy sorts frequent these parts, and you find that not all of them are blundering lackwits like your friends here. Alright, thanks for your concern. Good day to both of you. So polite. And how did the girls would strike you? Mummery, I say. You two, I was thinking the very same. Squabbling amongst themselves? Just look, there's barely a scratch on any of these louts. There's more to the from Doc than she's letting on. Come on, let's go on drag and see what she might be hiding. Sneaky, sneaky. Chocobo keep. Haven't seen you for one of you guys for a while. Oh, more murder. And the right mess we got here. I reckon these kills got all on the wrong side of our last. One thing's for sure, there are no more peasants than you and I. One look at those stabbers tells me as much. But if you take this and return it to Master Oboro to Lady Tsubame. It's too late, the poor sod's dead. As for the stone, I guess as good as mine. A lucky charm of sorts, mayhap? Ninja things? Footprints lead in the direction of Upper Lenosha. Might as well kill a couple of you guys. How many do I gotta kill? 3. It's gonna make it easy for me to stab you in the back by doing flames. Daggers! You gonna blow your shit at me too? Yep. Here, stay with your back turned. Thank you. Experience. Anyways, we'll head up this dangerous path. Over to this corner with these enemies. We'll sneaky by them. You can't see me. I'm John Cena. Anyway, hello, queer maid. What are you doing hiding in the shadows here? Ninja things. She hides behind a tree as if that could hide her from me. Oh yeah, weird ninja. This guy's so weird. Wee! She really thinks she could fool me with those silver eggs, did she? Or did she? Perhaps she's not as clever as we believed. It's a pervert! And the mysterious savior rushes to the damsel's defense. Such bravery, such compassion, such folly. Little does she know that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. Daggers! And right on cue, Oboro the Dim leaps onto the scene to save his dear little swallow in the most unsurprising surprise attack the realm has ever seen. Seize your ramblings, Karasu, before I rip that tongue from your bloody beak. Yeah, our hero was wounded, a stab through the heart. His childhood friends stand before him, blades drawn and hate in their eyes. Oh, the tragedy of it all. The audience sobs. And was this a couple of bit players who have forgotten to leave the stage? Did no one tell them their part in the play is long since over? Matrixed. Oh ho, and the faceless rogue shows surprising skill. Perhaps she yet has a role to play. I will say this much. Unlike a certain someone, at least you intrigue me. But other matters demand our hero's attention, and so the first act must draw to a close. Come, my pet! Fucking weirdo. Never quick to retreat, that one. The two from Wineport, did you follow me here? Yes, we did, because there was something queer going on. And my friend and I are here on behalf of the dutiful sisters, and you, sister, have some questions to answer. I've lived in the Underbelly Society long enough to recognize when a man's more than he seems, so make this easy for us, lass. Just who exactly are you, and what are you doing here? And here's hoping for both your sakes that it doesn't involve breaking no code. So, you're the rogues whom I have heard so much. Forgive me, we were remiss in not seeking you out sooner. Very well, you shall know all there is to know. My name is Oboro Shiyatsumame. We hail from a village in Doma, several thousand miles across the sea. We are, but perhaps you have no word for what we are. In our own tongue, one might call us shinobi. Doma, the Imperial Province? The same, though it did not have to be so. Our countrymen fought with honor against the might of Galimald. What we lacked in number, we made up for with martial prowess. It was a battle we could have won had we not been betrayed by one of our own. Our very secret, our very move known to our foe, the tide of battle turned on the morrow. Thousands of our countrymen were slaughtered, and at day's end, Doma remained under the Imperial yoke. The traitorous crew joined the Imperial ranks as chief of their covert operatives, or so they say. That is the man you just met, Karasu, though I am loath to call him a man. He's a weirdo. To this day, he whispers in the ears of the Garleans, making a mockery of those who once called him friend and brother. But no longer. We have come to yours at our village elders' behest to see that Karasu pays for his crimes with his life. Come to mill a treacherous rook who blew the gab on his comrades? You sound like a good dude. Consider me impressed. This land and its tongues are still new to us. Nevertheless, we were able to lure Karasu here, but more than a few of our comrades gave their lives in the effort. Now this was their sacrifice for naught. Don't worry, we'll help you. You seem like stand-up Asians. Ninja Stone. In my gratitude, one of our kind falls. Tradition dictates that we return their soul to the village, that it may rest with our ancestors. No, but it wants to hang with me. I would make you an offer. We will instruct you in our art, the art of ninjutsu. In return, you will share with us your knowledge of this land, and it might serve us in our mission. Deal. She is not Doman. She is not, what, sudden racism? Our brothers and sisters are fallen or gravely wounded, and today's failure makes it all too clear. We can hope to stand against Karasu without knowing the lay of the land. Can't say I'm thrilled at the process of losing the dimmer dammer like yourself, but hells, in my younger days I'd like been keen to try my fams at some of those techniques myself. And the more my waddle's taken, the more these two strike me as been our folks. If you're keen to lend them your daddles, I'll not be the one to stand in your way. Sure, I'll help. If you will know, come to the dock storehouse at Raincatcher Gully. We shall wait you there. New friends! Who'd have figured, huh? The choice is yours. Meantime, I'm going to head back to Limson and report to Jack before he comes and gives me a good clout in the knob. Ninjas! This quest line turns so Asian. And of course I forgot to attune to the Aetherite. Idiot. Alright, come back here and attune to the Aetherite. And now I may warp here. Alright, I'm here. Teach me ninja things. So we meet again. Am I take your presence to mean that you have chosen to accept our offer? Yes. Are you ready to suffer? I speak not only for myself and some before our entire village when I say you have our profound gratitude. What I would tell you next, I would tell you out of the earshot of strangers. Beelzebub has been instructed to let only trusted visitors through the doors behind me. When he speaks to you, Ayame, you are to answer Kaede. You need not know what the words mean, only that they will grant you entrance. Alright, what is this, a test? Hello, Ayame, Kaede, Kaeru. Enter. Alright, ninja things. Hooray, I can be a ninja. You stand within the provincial base of operations my people have established in your land of yours, yeah? It may not look like much, either without or within, but that is precisely the point. Find an ideal vantage point from which to observe the comings and goings of Karasun men without attracting undue attention to ourselves. Our fallen brother saw you as a worthy inheritor to his soul. To honor his memory I entrusted to you, but soul alone will not make you a shinobi. No, you will require training of the body and mind. Our art, the art of ninjutsu, originated with our ancestors many years ago. Since then, it has been passed down with each generation, mother to daughter, father to son. We draw power from the world around us, the heaven, the earth, and the hearts of man, and channel this power into physical form. I'm told that this is similar to your concept of ether, was it? I must confess that ears and words and ways remain unfamiliar to me. How does one channel his power? Yes, through the use of mudra, hand gestures that call forth each of the three forms of energy of which I spoke. The first mudra will teach you will call power from the heavens. In Doma, we call this Ten. You are eager to learn, yes? Attune your soul to that of my fallen brother, then approach me once more. It is then that your training shall begin. Alright. Did it. I can now be a ninja. Ninjas by night. Ninja unlocked. And another cutscene. Hooray! Learn some 10. How about 11? Alright, I can... Oh, okay, the next is 35. Yep, next is... Oh no, I have to be a ninja, then I can do it. Mudra ninjutsu! I'm now a ninja! Alright, now to learn how to play. Alright, first lesson, the art of ninjutsu. Because as though you are not of our blood, the soul of my people is strong in you. You are one of us now. And yet your training has only just begun. Heed my words, Mama, for the shinobi blade and mind are one. The weak mind gives rise to a weak blade, the false mind gives rise to a false blade. But the mind that is strong and true, that blade will know no equal. Such were the teachings of my master, and his master's masters before him. The shinobi must keep presence of mind at all time, or his blade may as well be one of grass. That is the lesson of the mind. Now we shall begin the lesson of the body. You will recall that the art of ninjutsu involves using hand gestures called mudra to summon the energies of heaven, earth, and man, ten, chi, and jin in the Doman tongue. Myriad techniques can be unleashed depending on the mudra you combine and the order in which you do so, but perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. A child must learn to walk before he can run. To begin, I would see you master your first mudra 10, the mudra of heaven. Summon the energy of heaven and project it forth, and from your hand will fly a flaming star or fuma shuriken. Outside a storehouse, you'll find a mokujin, a wooden man of the sort traditionally used in Doma for training. Do as I told you and strike it with a fuma shuriken. I'll observe your techniques from a distance. Alright. Oh, really? Switching ninjas switched all of this up? Thanks, game. Alright, found the mokujin. Ninja star. Whee! Did it. You proud of me? Clearly we did not misjudge your potential. Also felt your body becoming lighter. This is but another benefit of your training. You will find yourself able to dance through the air with your blade strong. Be mindful, the true shinobi sees that no movement is wasted. You demonstrate your skills well against the wooden man, but wood does not strike back. Your next one will not be so docile. Prepare yourself. Alright. Right into an instance. Hello, what are we doing? The Onibi will attack in waves. Use your Fuma Shuriken to dash in from a distance. What, these? More shurikens! I need one more stack. Can I just smuck it? Oh, okay, I can just smuck it. Ow! I mean... I'm cheating! Shoot again! So my great piece for your challenge. Remember, you must maintain presence of mind no matter how fearsome the foe. Doesn't seem like a very strong foe. I'm gonna hide. Oh, never mind. Would you like shoot again? And daggers. I shall be your opponent. Let us see what you have learned. I've learned to use a shield. And Ninja Star. Oh, fuck off things. Oh, is that it? I did it. I win. Cutscene. Appreciate me. What it means to say is that he has not seen anyone master the fundamentals of ninjas with such swiftness. Is that not so, bro? Man, a few words. I'm capable of speaking for myself. But it is true, Malika has exceeded even my own expectations. Her blade slices through the air as a fish glides through water. But that is enough training for the day. Now it's my turn to be the student and you the teacher. I would learn the ways of yours that you will instruct me, yes? Make up shit. Uh-oh, shenanigans. First, I would know better the train of is something amusing? My bow, I see. Who would have thought a simple gesture of courtesy would be so complicated like this, is it? Forgive me, but has not been himself since coming to these shores. It would seem that neither the food nor the climate agrees with him. And let's not forget the stink of those infernal horse birds. All the more reason for us to complete our mission swiftly and return to our more hospitable environs. Anyhow, how would suffice for the day? Suffice for the day. Practice well your ninjutsu and return when you're ready for your next lesson. Looks like you're not blending in well. It would seem you have some practicing to do as well. Alright, did it. I am a ninja now. I get to go all the way to the Black Shroud. To go and do some more Arcanist things. Oh, right, need a Carby. Alright, teach me summoner things. Yumitra. Hello. Yes, my name is Surmise is Yumitra. I remember the sons of Saint Koinach. Koinak? Ours is a Charlayan order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allegan mages known as summoners. These were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals and manifest a stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggy. Eggy waffles. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, there always must be one monumental obstacle to realizing for this to do this. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the beastmen, savage, and deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under her belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to continue my search, then come to me in the west of Bargat Strike in southern Thanalan. There shall be there we shall conduct a ritual of summoning this. So what would happen if you just leveled through Fates all the way to level 30 and hadn't even beaten Ifrit yet? Is that possible? Or do they prevent you from going to certain places? Oh, all the way over here. I haven't even been there. Looks like I'm going on a bit of a journey. Head down this tunnel. Can I even go through here yet? The gatekeep? Path leads to the Minotaur Malm. If you're headed there, I will show you the way. Hooray! Yeah, if you go through the middle of the map, it's like a level 45 area. Is that the Hildebrand fate? Yes. Shenanigan fate. Alright, made it way out here in the deserts. Make sure I remember to attune to the Aetherite. Oh, hello, Chocobo Keep. New path here. And out into the desert. And we have to do an instance. Greetings to you once more. I have a feeling that this unique opening will be impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual. According to the records we recovered, the summoners will perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar they wish to call forth. Only in such a place might one shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Segoli Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its vast depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Thanks. Now you must focus. Visualize the aether flowing through you, a vibrant current of energy transforming to living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an eggy wreathed in flames. Be aware, however, that this entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower it. The path of summoners is fraught with peril. Alright. Go beat up Ifrit. fiery things? Hello, fiery thing. And now we gotta beat you up. I feel like it doesn't have a lot of hit points. Kill the ads! Use fire things on it. Oh, here come the nails. Nailed it! Thanks for the heal. Alright, nails are dead. Ow. Ow. Thanks for the heal. Shield myself. Done. Alright. The Fireborn Egg is submitted to your will. Sweet. Alright, return to Apgallo Falls. Why do you have to be so far from an Aetheryte shard? Alright, may I be Summoner now? It's gonna mess up my bars, isn't it? Hello, I'm back. This is truly a momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you have bound. In the ancient tongue of the Allegan Empire, it would be known as Ifrit Eggy, where Eggy translates probably to pure or the essence of. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of the Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet, be that as may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Eggy of Fire. Suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming a servant of unyielding stone. This will, of course, necessitate you joining an expedition to defeat the primal known as Titan. This beloved divinity of the kobolds poses the greatest threat to Limits and Limits, and it is there that you shall find allies in your cause. The risks are great, but so too are the rewards. Topple the Lord of the Crags, and we may progress to the next stage of our historic research. Fair fortune to you. The next Summoner quest will be available at 35. Alright, Summoner things! Summoner unlocked. Alright, finish the Limsa stuff. Superpowers! Alright, but I think next time I guess while we're here, we'll also do the Gridania ones. So, Archer, Lancer, it'll be Archer, Lancer, and Conjurer. Alright, next time, more class quests. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!